Hi everyone, how are you all doing? I can see quite a few of you walking in. Thank you very much for joining us.
Hi everyone.
Give me 1 second, we're getting live. I just want you, while you're all there coming in, hi Johan, how are you? Good morning, Steve. Just want you to do a very quick thing. Just need to do a tech check. So you know what I want you to do? I want you to type the letter Y or the word yes into the chat. Send that back to us. That will signify that you can see us and you can hear us. And it'll also give me an idea of what the time lag is like.
What's up, Peter?
So we've got Netherlands. Okay, Richard. Cool. Everyone can see us. Excellent. And hear us. I just want to introduce you, everyone. Here's to Danny and William. Some of you will have seen William before. Hi, William. But none of you will have seen Danny before, because Danny, this is Danny's first co-pilot show. Danny, tell us a little bit about yourself, where you are in the world, and why we should be listening to you, dude.
Sure, yeah. I'm Danny. I've been in digital marketing for the last 5 years or so. I'm mainly focused on Facebook ads. I'm currently, I'm an expat in Bangkok, Thailand. If anyone's here from Bangkok, please let us know. If
you are living in Bangkok, Thailand, we'll even give you Danny's address.
Yeah, let's hang out. Let's get a drink.
And you can get personal one-on-one tutorials. How about that?
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, I've been focused on Facebook ads. I'm a media buyer here at Connect.io and UpViral. And I'm here excited to talk to you guys about Facebook ads.
Cool. William, do you want to remind everyone, because we've obviously got new people inside here, why we should be listening to you as well?
Sure. Hey everyone, some of you may have seen me before from a co-pilot show, I think 2 months ago or so, about email marketing strategies. So anyway, my name is William. I'm digital marketing manager at Connect.io and UpViral. And very excited to be here for the second time. The first time I was sharing email marketing strategies, and this time I am with Danny, who's our media buyer, Facebook ads expert, to share about how you can drive traffic from your Facebook ads to your UpViral campaigns to increase the number of leads and sales later on in the pipeline. So very excited to be here today.
Cool. So there you go, guys. Oh, I might as well say who I am. Some of you don't know who I am. My name's Mark Davis. I'm the CEO, Chief Operations Officer for eMarket. And why should you listen to me? Because I am just awesome. It's as simple as that. I won't be really talking today, but just to give you an idea, my background is I have been doing online marketing for a long time. Ran 2 advertising agencies where we had clients for Coca-Cola, Corona, Xbox, Microsoft, small companies. So there you go. There's the 3 amigos. That's what we're all about here today. I'm going to now pass over to Danny and William, and let me just change this so we can. If you want to start sharing your screen, guys. We've also got some giveaways and downloads that we're going to share. We're going to share with you the whole PowerPoint presentation that Danny and William have put together, which is absolutely awesome. And there is also some extra freebies as well as part of those downloads. William, can you just confirm, are they loaded or are they still being uploaded?
Let me see if I could share the screen, or
let's go.
See if I could start it. Can you guys see it?
Yeah, we are good to go. So there you go, guys.
All right. Yeah, so basically, today I'm going to show you basically Facebook ads 101 and some strategies that you can implement to promote your UpViral campaigns if you haven't done so with Facebook ads already. Obviously, this is going to be a pretty beginner's course on Facebook ads. I'm going to run through a lot of the beginner stuff, but I think it's all very important stuff to know for running Facebook campaigns, successful Facebook campaigns. So
especially for, and don't forget, guys, this is especially for UpViral campaigns. So yeah, cool.
Yeah. So obviously, here's what we'll go over today: the power of Facebook ads. We're going to go over the Facebook pixel and why that's important. before you start even running your Facebook ads campaigns. Overview of the ads managers, the campaign level, the ad set level, and the ad levels. We'll go into detail on all three of those levels. Targeting options and different audiences, both in the ad set level. We're going to go a little bit more into detail about this as well. Campaign objectives, I think this is a very important topic before to run Facebook ads. We're going to go through the compliance for running UpViral campaigns or sweepstakes or any giveaways using Facebook ads, as well as potential campaigns and strategies you can use to promote your own UpViral campaigns. And we're going to go through a case study as well and some action steps that you can take right after this webinar to start running some Facebook ads. Sound good?
Certainly does, dude. Just want to
take that as a yes.
just want to remind a few people, throwing some stuff. We will let all the downloads. We will give you the link to download them. We'll share it in here later on, and I'll answer the question about how do you see replays of the webinars after we finish the presentation. Okay, guys?
Cool. All right, so let's get started. Obviously, we went through the introductions already, but William and I will be mainly talking about Facebook ads throughout this conversation. So yeah, let's get started. Obviously, I'm sure you guys are well aware the power of Facebook ads. I'm sure you've seen huge numbers that people are doing. Probably heard terms like ROI, ROAS, conversion rates, all these little things that are related to Facebook ads. And you've probably seen some big numbers, especially if people are doing e-commerce. But I'm sure you want to give Facebook ads a try for your specific business, whether it's e-commerce, service-based business, or anything like that. I think Facebook ads are a great tool in your marketing arsenal. So why are Facebook ads so powerful? Obviously, there's 2.7 billion active users on Facebook. There's 7-point-something billion people in the world. So it's a little bit like more than a quarter of people of the entire world. So it's the biggest social network, and you can basically target almost everyone in the world. Obviously, the targeting capabilities are super refined, especially for the interests and demographics. You get really nitty-gritty with your interest targeting and demographic targeting. You could target a mom living in the States, living in California, San Diego, age 45, who likes, Parents Magazine if you wanted to. And all that is thanks to the Facebook Pixel as well. And the Facebook Pixel, we'll get to that in just a moment, but Facebook Pixel just allows Facebook to help you optimize your Facebook ads campaigns. And that is just a piece of code that you put on your website and basically tracks users and all the data from your browser and feeds it back to Facebook's algorithm in order to optimize your Facebook campaigns. And that's why it's so laser focused, because there's a lot of machine learning capabilities. Facebook's algorithm and AI is just so strong that it can help you find your perfect customer and help you find more of your perfect customers.
Cool. Just to let you know, Danny, we're just hit the 10-minute mark.
Okay. Am I going too slow?
I don't know. Can't remember how many slides there are. I'm just sort of like reminding you, just in case you've got a stack of them there.
Okay, no worries. So guys, if you haven't seen what a Facebook Pixel looks like, it looks something like this. It's basically a 1-by-1 piece of code that you put into your website, and you can put it into your UpViral campaigns as well, since they have a unique UpViral link. So it can track things like leads, site visits, and time on site, anything like that. So make sure this is a very important topic, and you want to make sure that you install it correctly. So here's why it's useful. Pixel gives information or instructions to your campaigns so it can optimize it better. So if you're running conversion-based objective campaigns on Facebook, such as purchases or leads, optimizing for those actions that you want your users to take. Facebook will optimize and give you more of that audience. So let's say if you have an e-commerce company, and obviously the main objective that you want your users to take is to purchase an item from your store, Facebook will find more people who are more likely to purchase that item from your store after you feed that pixel the correct data. So it's very important to install your pixel correctly. It lets you build better lookalike audiences as well as custom audiences for your retargeting campaigns. Lookalike audiences are basically audiences who look like your seed audiences. So again, going back to the analogy of your e-commerce, if you have a list of purchasers already from your store, you can upload that list and have Facebook find more of that people, more of that audience that is more willing to purchase from your store. Same with custom audiences. These are just retargeting audiences that, if someone visits your website, you can retarget them with another Facebook ad campaign with a different message and so forth. And yeah, basically you want to install it correctly, like I mentioned earlier. I won't get into detail on how to install it. There's a lot of YouTube tutorials out there that will show you how to install it, but
I just want to put a shout out. If anyone does want a tutorial, want to know a video on how to install it, let us know through the support platform, and it's something that we can look at doing for you. Okay, cool.
Yeah, so I highly recommend you install this Chrome extension with a Facebook Pixel Helper. It's a little icon that you click on, and whatever website you're on, it'll tell you if there's a Facebook Pixel installed on that website. So if you visit your website and you have this Chrome extension installed, it'll show you which events are firing on which page. So if someone purchases an item from your store, it'll fire like a purchase event or an add to cart event or initiate checkout event and stuff like that too. So very important step, and I highly suggest that you download this Chrome extension and make sure it is installed correctly.
Cool.
Yeah. So yeah, obviously, like I said, you can install it in your UpViral campaigns.
I was just saying, there's always a joker in the pack. We just had someone, Eugene, there's no pixel installed on this webinar at the moment. There you go. Thanks, Eugene.
No worries. But yeah, basically you want to go to the events manager within your Facebook pixel or within your Facebook ads manager and basically grab the pixel from your website and install it. So you can just follow the steps within your ads manager.
Can you just go back a little bit? I think that might be moving a bit quick for people.
No worries.
So
this is the first step. If you're in your events manager, you click add events.
How do they get there? How do they get to that section?
So if they have an ads manager, you just go to the settings and go down to events manager.
Okay.
And it'll have this button here, add events from a new website. And you can manually add a pixel to your UpViral campaigns. So we're just going to grab this code from here. Copy the code, just click on that. And then you go to your UpViral dashboard under advanced.
Yeah.
Under general setup. And then you want to install it on the lead capture page header codes. Okay. So this is the page where they capture the lead. And
does it have to be in the header, or can it be in the footer?
I don't think it matters as long as it's on the website.
Okay, but your suggestion is you put it in the header.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
I think it's also Facebook's suggestion, right, for better tracking.
I think so too. Yeah.
To put it in the header.
Okay.
For better tracking, yeah.
Cool. There you go, guys.
Yeah. But again, just download that Chrome extension and make sure it fires, and it's really easy to tell by using that Chrome extension.
So once you put it in the header, then go to your campaign
That's
and then
correct.
use the Chrome plugin, and it'll show if it
Yes.
fires. It should automatically fire and show show it firing.
That's correct. Yes.
Cool.
Yeah.
Did you all
So,
get
yeah,
that? Do you all understand that, guys? If you understand it, just give us a yes. Or you okay?
So basically, this pops up, and you just copy and paste this pixel code in here for your UpViral campaign. So what that tracks is it tracks the people who are visiting your website or people who are signing up for a lead. It tracks how much time people are spending on your website, how many visits people are spending on your website. So all this is useful information for your Facebook ads campaigns, and especially for your retargeting campaigns, because you can create custom audiences based off people who have visited your UpViral campaign URL, basically.
I've got a very quick question for the two of you. Peter asked, must you create a new pixel for the UpViral campaign, or can you use the same general pixel that you installed on your website?
You could use the same pixel. So whatever ad account you're going from or you're launching ads from, use that pixel, and you can install that same pixel onto your e-commerce website or whatever your website is, besides UpViral. So
okay,
you would install it on your UpViral URL as well as your
so it doesn't have
website.
And again, a few people are asking this. It doesn't have to be a unique pixel code for each campaign, then, does it? It can be the same pixel that you're using on the website. You can use it on all your campaigns. You don't need a unique one for each UpViral campaign.
Correct. You don't need a unique one. Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
This code is basically universal. So if you have another Facebook ad account that you're running ads from as well, or you want to like save pixel data on a second pixel that you created within your business manager, you can install it as well. So the events will fire on both pixels if you install two.
I've got another question for you.
Sure.
Do you install the pixel only on the opt-in page, or do you also install it on the share page in your campaign? Because I believe inside UpViral, if you go back a couple of slides, you're not actually adding it to any pages. I'll just explain this to a few people who have asked it. As you see, guys, we're in the advanced section of your campaign. You add it here, and we automatically add it to your templates and wherever it is. So it's got absolutely nothing to do with you adding it to your campaigns. You come here and add it to the campaign, not to the design. You had it here in the advanced section. Okay, cool.
Right. So the only metrics, the only events that you kind of want to track for your UpViral campaigns is basically if they signed up, so that triggers a lead, or so basically that's basically it. And Facebook will tell you the rest too. So if they visited the website,
Okay, cool. You can skip forward now.
Yeah, for sure. So next we'll go back to understanding Facebook ads. And obviously, again, this is kind of like a simplified version of it. It gets pretty detailed if you're in the ads manager, but I'm just going to use a simplified version just to explain every level and how they work together. So as you can see here, there's a campaign level, and inside that campaign level, there are ad set levels, and inside that ad set level, there are ad levels, right? So this is all just one Facebook campaign. And I'll show you a simple structure to explain it a bit better.
Cool.
So here's a simplified campaign structure. Like again, I said campaign has an ad set, and an ad set has ads. Now, in one campaign, you can have multiple ad sets, and in those ad sets, you can have multiple ads as well. So there's no limit into how many ad sets you can create within one campaign. But in this case, we're just going to simplify it and use one ad set and two ads to explain it. So each campaign, this campaign level, corresponds to a single advertising objective, like driving website traffic or conversions. Obviously, conversions is driving traffic too, but that's not the campaign objective that you're choosing within the campaign level. So I'll give examples for in the next slides as well. If you guys are getting confused, the ad set level, you can set a budget and schedule for each of your ad sets and organize an ad set by audience segments such as interest, demographic, age, gender, etc. So this is where you set all of your targeting metrics, such as male or female, where they're living, United States, Europe, Sydney. I know there's some guys from Hong Kong in here as well.
So you do that in the ad set. You do that in the ad set section. That's where you would set those type of things.
That's correct. You do everything, mostly everything in the ad set level related to targeting and your demographic.
Cool.
And then again, your ad set level has all of the ads. So you can have multiple ads. You can have more than 2. You can have 1 ad. You can have up to like 25 ads if you wanted to that you can test. And each ad set obviously featured multiple ads featuring different images, headlines, ads, text, links, and creatives. So this is where you change all of the images, split test, video ads, photo ads, different headlines you might use, ad text, links to your UpViral campaign or links to your website.
And where do you set the budget? At which level do you set the budget?
You can set the budget here.
Where's here?
The ad set level. Sorry, I'm moving my mouse over there.
I know. That's why I said when you said here. I thought better explain to people.
Yeah. You can set the budget on the ad set level, but you can also set the budget on the campaign level. So there's 2 different types of budget optimizations.
How do we do it how do we do it when we're advertising, William? Are we setting it on the campaign level or the ad set? And is there a benefit? Is there a benefit to choosing which one you do?
So so in our campaigns, for the most part, we're using ad set budget optimization. So we're putting the budget for each ad set, which gives you more control on which targeting audience you want to spend the most money on.
Right.
But sometimes for scaling purposes, when something is working and we really want to put more money behind it, putting the budget at campaign level and letting Facebook distribute the budget across the ad set can work better.
Okay, that's interesting.
That is how we do it. But if my recommendation, if getting started, it's best to put the budget at ad set level and have a good control over where you're spending your money, depending on the targeting audiences.
Yeah. Cool. Thanks for that. Yep. Nice pro tip.
Yep, I agree. We could have a whole other lecture on ABO versus CBO, but like William said, if you're starting out, I would just keep it on the ABO, which is ad budget optimization, and let the ad set, let Facebook optimize the ad set instead of the whole campaign.
Cool.
Especially for lower budgets, I highly recommend ABO. And
what would you deem as lower budgets?
I would say anything under, $500 a day.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, we spend upwards of.
I'm only chuckling because we spend thousands where most people
spend thousands. Yeah. So we basically let Facebook optimize our campaigns for us and basically choose which ad sets they want to give money to and basically which ads they want to optimize and so forth. So
cool.
But when you're starting out, you want to stick to the ABO. I think that's best, especially for lower budgets. But again, that's a whole nother.
I just want to ask you, as you go through the slides, try not use acronyms or techno speech, because most people here won't know what ABO is or any of that kind of stuff. So I know it's hard to do it, hard not to do it. But if I wave my hand, that's what I'm going on about.
Okay, gotcha.
No worries.
But yeah, let's go through some examples to give you guys. So here is an example of, let's say you're an e-commerce store selling dog toys, such as this one. So let's basically set up a campaign here, and so obviously the campaign objective you want to choose is conversions, and the conversion you want people the action you want people to take on your e-commerce website is to purchase your dog toy. So that is what you want Facebook to optimize for. The reason why choosing the right campaign objective is so important is because even though you choose a campaign objective such as traffic or post engagements for your ads, Facebook is going to optimize towards that objective that you choose. And I wouldn't be surprised that you're not getting any purchases running a campaign objective or traffic campaign objective. So if you want purchases on your e-commerce store, you want to choose the purchase campaign objective within your store.
Because in that case, will the Facebook algorithm say, okay, you want to purchases, so we'll send people, we'll put the ad in front of people who we know purchase this type of thing. If you say, I just want traffic, it'll say, well, we'll ignore the people who purchase. We'll just send you people who like going to dog toy websites.
Yeah, exactly. Like if you choose the campaign objectives such as post engagement, Facebook is just going to optimize that ad towards people who are just going to like or comment and share your post. That's not what you want. You want people to take action on your website, and this is, these are the conversion objectives.
I think a lot of people, when they do it for the first time, they look at the objective and say, it doesn't matter, they're just going to send traffic, but it's not. It's like having turnstiles. Do you want to? I just want to like things. I just want to read things, but I want to buy things. Right. So obviously, if Facebook made it, what's your objective? I want you just to send people who buy things. That's what people would click.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
We'll go through more on the campaign objectives in a few slides from now.
Cool.
But again, on the ad set level, this is where you choose your targeting. For this instance, e-commerce dog toy, you want to choose people who own a dog, maybe women who is living in the United States, who have interests such as dogs, beagles, Labradors, or any type of breeds. You can potentially put that into this specific ad set, into the interest targeting. You want to target someone who's between 30 to 50 years old, maybe someone who's active within that age range, and your starting budget is $25 a day. And again, this is where you put in your ads on the ad level, obviously, and you could either test video ads or photo ads. And obviously my recommendation for an e-commerce store is have really engaging video ads or photo ads, grabbing headlines, have benefits and pain points, reasons why people should be purchasing your dog toy.
Cool.
Yeah. On to the next example, UpViral. Yeah, so this is basically, I created the slide basically as an example of us promoting UpViral on Facebook. So the conversion objective would be leads for us. We might host a webinar training or have like a video style landing page where people can get a lot of information from. And in order for them to view the video or get into the webinar, that would be a lead. They have to sign up and put their name and email. So campaign objective in this case is leads. And obviously you just choose conversions in the campaign objective and choose leads as the objective. And Facebook will optimize towards that campaign objective, which is leads.
I've got a question. I want to ask you a question at this point, just in case I forget it. You're giving us examples here of e-commerce and all that kind of thing, which is driving. But what would you say would be a campaign objective if I wanted to drive people to a viral campaign where they're going to opt in for something? What would you say that would be a good objective for that? Because they're going to go into either a competition, a loyalty thing. It's not that they're going to buy straight away. In some cases, it might be but usually the buy is after the event, if you know what I mean.
Sure. The campaign objective would be lead. People are opting in. People are signing up people are putting their names in, and you want more people who are likely to engage with your UpViral campaign and sign up for the contest or giveaway or whatever.
Would you then
promoting.
let the campaign and all the upselling and all the the motive, keeping people engaged during the campaign, would you then let that process turn them from a lead into a purchaser? You wouldn't just say, I want to run an ad and the campaign objective is purchasers to the front of a viral campaign, because just because they bought something similar to your product doesn't necessarily mean they'll come to your campaign, and just because they bought, they'll sign up because of the way the campaign is set. Would that be logical?
I'm not sure I understand your question there.
Okay. You said I'm sending the lead thing. I totally get it. But let's just say I'm doing an UpViral campaign, and after the campaign, I know that I've engineered and built into my campaign. Let's say the campaign is 2 weeks long in UpViral, and at the end of it, I'm going to sell to people. And during that 2 weeks, I'm putting them in the mindset that I am going to sell something to you after. Now, I just sent the campaign objective for my Facebook ads to the viral campaign is leads. But could I also send purchasers to it? Because although I'm treating them as a lead at the front, at the back, I'm treating them as a purchaser. Or would you say I have two ads, one leads, one purchasers? What tactic would you use there?
Yeah, I would say you described the funnel really well. So I would say you were getting people through the door with the lead campaign objective, people getting signing up, putting their email. And if you want to sell something to them, you could have a separate campaign, Facebook ads campaign, maybe potentially like a retargeting campaign for people who have signed in already. And you can sell them or upsell them something that they might like.
And I suppose a good thing that you can do there is that once you do it and you do a retargeting campaign, you could also take the email addresses of those people, load them up, and create a lookalike audience as well for the retargeting.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, two really good.
Cool.
Okay. Yeah, definitely.
Sorry, it was just a bit of chatter going on. I just wanted to try and clear it up as much as I can.
Yeah.
Hey, no worries. Totally understand.
I want to jump in here as well, because something that I feel that will also add value to the audience. That is that here on this presentation, on this workshop, we're saying that the conversion objective, optimizing for leads, is the best objective you can go for when running an UpViral campaign. Now, the thing is also Facebook has an algorithm which is very smart, and the more sort of like events that happen, the more leads you get, the smarter it becomes, right? Now, there's also the thing that if Facebook doesn't have enough data, it can work against you, because then the Facebook algorithm doesn't have enough information to learn who's potentially gonna be interested in your campaign. So I want to ask Danny as well. So for example, because I know some people in the audience might be like just starting out with like a $5 a day budget, $10 a day budget, and they may just get a few leads. Like, would you still like recommend the conversion objective to be leads, or would you go for a different campaign objective if they have very small budget?
Yeah, that's a really good question, especially for newbies who are starting out on a cold pixel. Especially for cold audiences. I think cold audiences are probably the biggest hurdle for a lot of advertisers, especially when it comes to warming up the pixel and finding new customers. So I would choose a lower seed objective. There are about 13 campaign objectives that you can choose from on Facebook. You can choose something like, you could run a campaign using something like video views, right? If you have a video, the cool thing about videos on Facebook is that Facebook tracks how many people have viewed percentages of your video. So you can start with the lower seed objective, such as people who have viewed perhaps 75 or 95% of your video, and create lookalike audiences for more people who have engaged in that specific content. And then after creating video view lookalikes, you can go to the next next level higher seed objective, which is potentially like people who have visited your website. And then you can just build it off from there. So after you build a lookalike audience or find more people who are engaging on your website, you can find more people who are signing up for a lead or signing up for a lead magnet or something like that. And ultimately you could build it up so you can build it up to your higher seed objective, which is ultimately people purchasing from you. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of think of like it as a waterfall of campaign objectives and lookalike audiences that you can create.
I think we're getting lots of questions about this. I can see some, and we're not going to be able to answer all these questions when we get to the Q&A, because we're going to do an hour here and then 15, 20 minutes Q&A. I think what I'm learning from here, and just so you guys know while you're all in here, we are definitely going to do another version of this. I can guarantee you, because straight away, I can think of about 3 or 4 other co-pilot shows just on what we've seen so far. So I know Danny and William have put a lot into this, so let's move forward, because we could spend a whole hour just talking about this bit. And I know Danny and William can definitely talk for an hour just about this bit.
Yeah, again, there's a lot of moving parts when it comes to Facebook ads, and obviously, we can't fit it all in this 1-hour webinar. No. So, I want to go through the basic stuff first, and then perhaps next time we could go through the intermediate stuff, and then move on to the advanced stuff. Yeah.
So let's move. Here we go. Okay, cool.
Okay, so here's campaign objectives again, right? So you have the lower seed audiences, lower seed campaign objectives here, which is traffic or video views. And then you have purchases here and leads. And then there's different types of businesses, right? So you can have either, maybe you're promoting a book using UpViral campaigns. Perhaps you're a real estate agent looking for more leads, or an accountant looking for more leads, or you're a software business looking for more people signing up for your software. So obviously you can choose a lot of different campaign objectives for your business, but it's really based off where people are within your specific sales funnel. And that's obviously a whole nother topic as well.
I think we've discussed what is prior to this slide, and I think it's a separate show in its own right, but good clarity. So let's stomp on.
But yeah, obviously, if you're an e-commerce store, obviously you want to optimize towards purchases. If you're a software businesses, perhaps purchases as well as leads. If you are if you're an author who's writing a book, perhaps you can create valuable content, sharing information about your book using a traffic or video views objective, and then have people sign up maybe for the first chapter using leads objective, and then ultimately have people purchase the book, the entire book, using a purchase objective.
Cool.
Now that's oversimplified, but hope you guys get the point.
Yes.
So moving on, I want to explain more about the ad set level, just because there is a lot of details and nuances within this level. As you can see here, you can choose locations, age, custom audiences, gender. There's a lot to go over on this level. But on the ad set level, there are a lot of targeting options. So please get familiar with the many different interests or demographic targeting options within Facebook ads. So one tip for you guys is just to really nail down your buyer persona, really nail down your customer, your perfect customer avatar.
Now, just so everyone knows, we've covered this before in the co-pilot show. Plus, we've also got it as a download for everyone. Is that right, William, for today? So we're going to, I think your audio, your mic's cut out, William. We didn't hear you then.
I think you got your headphones.
Anyway, I can't hear William at the moment. He needs to put more money. He needs to put more money in the meter. But yes, we've got a download for the custom avatar. So you know.
Yeah, just do that homework, because before you even start your marketing campaigns, it's really important to know who your customer avatar is, know who you want Facebook to find.
Cool.
So in this level, you can choose a lot of the custom audiences and lookalike audiences that you create within Facebook Ads Manager as well. And yeah, I won't go too in detail on this, but these are basically
how difficult is it to create a lookalike audience? Because I know I know it's difficult for us to show, because it would mean us going into our eMarketing account, and that's something we don't broadcast. How difficult is it to create a lookalike audience? And that's to either you, Danny, or William, whichever one answers. How difficult is it?
It is not difficult at all, but the only thing is you need a specific amount, a minimal amount of events that fire on your pixel. So if you want to create a custom audience or if you want to create a lookalike audience based off people who have purchased on your website, it's hard for Facebook to create a lookalike audience for if you only have maybe 50 purchased events that happened on your website. That is just too little data for Facebook to, optimize and create you a lookalike audience. What
would you say is a good amount to be able to start creating a lookalike?
I would say anywhere from 200 to 300 minimum. Okay. Yeah. So basically, you want to.
200 to 300 email addresses that you've got of people. Once you've got that, you can start creating a lookalike audience.
Yeah, and that goes back to my waterfall method, if you will. Yeah. So if you could start off with video views, maybe you have 1,000 people who have viewed your video. You create a lookalike audience for that, and then once you have that lookalike audience, you could create a lookalike audience for people who have came to your website, and then perhaps another lookalike audience for people who have signed up, put their email address, and became a lead of yours. So, and then you just basically want to stack it up until you have the highest seed lookalike audiences, which is ultimately people who have purchased an item from your website.
Gotcha. Cool.
Yeah. And don't be afraid to try a broader audience too. A lot of people put, a lot of really fine interest, and Facebook only spits out an audience of 25,000, which is not really big enough for your Facebook ads campaign. So don't be afraid to test audiences that are in the 1 millions to the 5 millions. Because once you get that Facebook pixel warmed up, Facebook will find more of who you're looking for.
Cool.
So moving forward, let's move on to the next level, which is the ad level. And this is where you test all your creatives, such as video ads and photo ads, headlines, and stuff like that too. Video ads are definitely the best, most converting form of media for us.
I just want to say to everyone who is watching this, just because I would again encourage everyone to do what you're comfortable with. If you're comfortable putting a video ad together with you inside it, fantastic, go knock yourself out. If you're not, just do images to start, photos to start off with, or alternatively, you can get videos created online, which you're not in it. So there's tons of ways in which you can do it. But I just want to make sure, just because we say video ads are best, which they are, doesn't mean to say if you don't do it, you'll fail. Okay, start with what you're comfortable with and what you can afford.
Yeah, totally. But I would say also that you can create moving images as well. So you can use something like canva.com and animate a photo as well. Just have something swiggle around your product or whatever you're selling. And that could be a video ad as well. Yeah. So anything moving is fine, as long as you, I think video ads are best because there are different size formats you can use, as well as you can create lookalike audiences for people who have viewed the majority of your video. So basically people who have viewed and engaged with your content.
Cool.
And yeah, but it's all about testing. Advertising is all about testing. So I would test photo ads as well, and video ads and carousel ads and all those different ad placement formats that you can use within Facebook's platform.
Just to let you know, we're just coming up to 3/4 of an hour now, Danny.
Okay, I'll speed it up.
Yeah.
And scroll stoppers, obviously, for enticing videos, you want the first 3 seconds. You want to grab people's attention. So any way you can do that would be best. So moving on. So yeah, if your video ad has a lot of text in it, upload a video thumbnail with no text to avoid the 20% text rule. So Facebook doesn't like ads with a lot of text in their ads. Yeah. So just keep that in mind.
Okay.
So big question, can I promote sweepstakes or giveaways on Facebook? And William, do you want to answer this?
Well swerved.
William, I think your mic's off.
We can't hear you, William.
Yeah, I think your mic is off.
We can't hear you, William.
Anyways, the short answer is...
We can't hear you, William. Your mic is off. Anyway, Danny, you answer it.
Okay. Well, I think the short answer is no. Facebook doesn't allow promotions or sweepstakes or giveaways. But there are a lot of people that still can do it, but we want to make sure and reiterate and make sure you know Facebook's ad policies, because Facebook is pretty strict regarding their ad policies, and you could potentially get your ad account disabled. So just please keep that in mind. We're going to share some strategies that
because we say that sweepstakes and giveaways, that is not all that UpViral does. I mean, some of you think that that's all sweepstakes
right.
and giveaways. It isn't. I mean, there is tons and tons and tons and tons of stuff that happens. And also, like, for example, Bunky Life, they ran a competition, okay? And he put Facebook ads out. So there are ways in which you do it. There are strategies about it, and we're going to share those with you, some of them today. And I definitely know we're going to share a lot more in some more co-pilot shows. Are you back online now, William? Can we hear you? No.
Nope.
No.
But anyways,
I mean,
but yeah, there's so much you can do with UpViral's platform, and promote and get more leads to your business, and not just through promoting your contest or giveaway. There's also rewards-based incentives and stuff like that too. So yeah, you want to make sure you understand Facebook ads policies. You want to make sure you read them, especially for your product as well. Whatever you're trying to sell, you want to make sure that it's compliant on Facebook.
And again, I just want to reiterate something as well. When we're talking about your ads here for your Facebook, for your UpViral campaigns, we're not talking about inside your campaign. If you go to, I can't remember what it's called because of the new design, but when you go to the new section where you can actually connect to Canva and do a design, which is essentially for sharing, that's not a Facebook ad. Okay, that is where if someone shares your campaign, that image is shared on people's newsfeed by the people inside there. What we're talking about is you running an ad through your Facebook ads account to drive traffic to your UpViral campaign. Okay?
A paid post.
A paid
basically.
post, yeah. Cool.
Yeah. So yeah, basically the Canva.com integration within UpViral is basically just the post within your page or your Facebook page,
cool.
Not a paid advertisement on Facebook. So we're talking about paid ads, and we want to make sure that you don't get your ad account disabled. So please just be sure to read.
If you do
policies.
get your Facebook account disabled, don't come running to us. Okay. There's nothing we can do. It's not. Oh, well, you said do this. No. You've got to make sure you understand this stuff, guys.
Yeah, exactly. We're very used to getting our accounts disabled and getting it back, but obviously we don't condone circumventing Facebook's ad policies. You can't understand the risk. Don't be scared.
I just want to ask the question, Danny, because it's useful to know how many more slides have we got in the deck?
Just a few more. I think we go over a case study.
Okay, do you want to let's move on because we've only got 10 minutes and I've got some questions I actually want to ask.
Yeah, I'll go fast. So what are some ways you can promote UpViral campaigns using Facebook ads? I think everyone came here for this. You can promote your blog posts. If you have a business website that is not the UpViral campaign URL, you could possibly, if you have a blog, you could write a value-driven blog post that you can mention a contest and giveaway at the end of the blog post as well. Same with the opt-in form. You can offer a free lead magnet in the form of a training video, an ebook, a case study, and then after they opt in at the thank you page, you can have people share it, use UpViral to get more leads and get more people through the door signing up for your offer or your giveaway or your campaign or whatever it may be. So you can put the contest in your checkout thank you page. So you can run Facebook ads to whatever product you're promoting, you want to promote, and if they purchase, you can put it in the contest or thank you page or checkout thank you page and have them share it and offer bonuses and stuff like that too. So another way you could do is video ads. Obviously, if you're familiar, if you're comfortable talking in front of a camera and putting yourself out there, you can talk about your contest within that video ad as well. And the campaign objective I would choose for that instance is video views or the traffic objective, just to get people watching it. Nick Kuzmic's, he's a really well-known advertiser in the space. He has a book, Give, which talks about Facebook advertising and how you can be a rock star at Facebook advertising. He has sold over 6,000 books using UpViral, generated over 26,000 in revenue and over 1,600 new leads generated using UpViral.
And I assume he did it using Facebook ads as well.
He did it using Facebook ads, but he didn't promote the contest in any way. He promoted selling the book, and then afterwards, he had a rewards-based system using UpViral.
Excellent.
So he had a book funnel landing page. So he had a pretty simple landing page, getting people through the door using Facebook ads. He's selling a book just for $4. Obviously, that's really enticing. So basically, you want to get people through your funnel. Obviously, you want to sell something that solves a problem or is really awesome. And yeah, you want to be a solution to that problem. Step 2, they can sign up for a bonus training, something extra that they can do. He can collect their customer information, such as a name and email as well, get them into his email funnel. And step 3, this is where he implemented UpViral, which is really creative. He has a lot of different bonuses that people can sign up for if they share the link using UpViral. So some bonuses that he included is like a 50-minute consultation call with himself, this perfect Facebook ad campaign launch formula, and another workshop that is all valued at thousands of dollars. So people can win this if they share using UpViral.
Cool.
So that's just one way we recommend to promote your product or whatever you might be promoting or selling, and use UpViral in the meantime. So what can you do with the leads that you captured using your UpViral campaigns? So you can create an email list. You can have a conversation with your email list, get them into your email funnel. You can create custom and lookalike audiences like we mentioned, and you can basically set them up for a future contest. You have a bunch of leads that signed up for your contest that you held. For your future contest, you can just email blast this list and promote your new contest as well. So that basically jumpstarts your UpViral campaign.
Just to let you guys know, the last 2 Copilot shows, what's listed here, what Danny's got here on this slide. If you go and watch the replays, which you can see in the Learning Center, in the Facebook group, and on YouTube, That is exactly what we're talking about here. How to engage people during a campaign, and how to engage people after the campaign. I think what we will also do is, in one of the upcoming Copilot shows, is show you how to use, after you've done a campaign and you've got a load of people, how you can use that to start retargeting those people post-campaign, but that'll be for another show. So let's move on. Cool. Some helpful tips.
Yeah, we're basically at the end of it, but basically you want to avoid these keywords such as competition, giveaway, sweepstakes in your ad and your landing page. So Facebook doesn't really like these keywords, so it's best to avoid it and try to come up with different phrases that sound the same and have the same meaning, but aren't these specific keywords. So be creative. Know the rules regarding your product. If you're trying to sell tobacco or something, or promote a contest regarding tobacco, that's obviously not going to be allowed on Facebook. Use Canva.com to create your ads. I use Canva to create this PowerPoint. It's a great tool to even turn your photo ads into video ads, which is a great, useful trick. And some more helpful tips: use video ads, like I mentioned. Use lookalikes. You can create lookalike audiences for people who have signed up with your contest. My recommendations, again, is like over 200 to 300 minimum in order to create lookalike audiences. And yeah, get them into your actual sales funnel. You held the contest, but you actually want to sell, if they didn't win the contest, you can try to upsell them or sell them a regular product that you may have or are trying to sell as well.
Cool.
But yeah, that's basically it. And here's some actionable items that you can take regarding Facebook ads that you can implement after this webinar, or
cool. So there you go, guys. What we're going to do is not just now. We'll do it in a minute. Is that just keep it on there? Is that the last slide, Danny?
No.
Oh, just go back. I'm just going to go back previous, just so you know that you can see here. These are the actionable items that we're going to give you today. Number one will be 15 minutes. 1 hour, 1 hour. These are quick things that you can start doing straight after the call. Thanks very much, Danny and William. Are you back now, William? Not that William contributed much apart from sitting in the background, standing in the background with a load of spotlights on him. Can we hear you now, William?
I don't think so.
No,
you can't.
Classic. But thanks very much for turning up, William. Much appreciated. Well done, Danny. Well done.
Yeah, thank you.
Can you all just give Danny a bit? Well done. I really do appreciate it. We have definitely. I have seen probably about 20 or 30 other Copilot shows from this, and we're definitely going to do some others. We're going to go, and well done, Danny. We just clocked now, just coming up to 58 minutes, dude. So well done. You actually hit it. Just
we have time for like a couple of questions, yeah?
Oh, we're going to go into the Q&A now, because I've just got one here that I just want to start. I'm just going to start throwing a few of these at you. Please, can you talk about tips, tricks, which I've mentioned, common sense tips and tricks that help reduce cost per click, cost per impression. What's working right now to reduce costs to advertisers?
Yeah, that's a really good question, whoever asked that. There are plenty of ways to reduce costs.
Sid, I think that was Sid that asked that. Sorry, my
good
bad.
Question, Sid. Basically, you want to have really engaging posts, right? Obviously, these are social platforms, Facebook and Instagram. People are basically on these platforms to socialize and engage with whatever content is on there. So if you have really engaging content that people are more likely to comment, like, and share, Facebook will feed more people that post because people are liking that post. So one way to do that internally, we have two campaigns. So we use a post engagement campaign alongside a conversion objective campaign. Now with the post engagement campaign, Facebook is feeding people to that post who are more likely to like and engage, comment and share that post. And we can transfer all of that social proof from that post engagement campaign into our main objective campaigns. And you don't have to spend a lot on your post engagement campaigns, probably just like 5% of your budget that you would use on your purchase campaigns.
Mm-hmm.
So if you are spending $100 a day on your purchase campaigns, you can just spend $5 a day on your post engagement campaigns.
Gotcha.
Obviously, there's no real way to know if Facebook is reducing the ad cost because of that, but knowing how Facebook likes people engage, people like engaging posts, and Facebook knows that, so you'll get rewarded for that too. Another thing
William,
is really
I just want to pause you for a minute. Getting a few people asking, William, can you push the download for everyone? You can do that now. I just want to ask you another question, Danny, so we can keep this running. I'm just trying to find it again. This was something from Bjorn. He says, will Facebook know over the pixel what a purchase is, even when there are different stages between the Facebook ad, UpViral, and the final buy?
Yeah, so that's a really good question. Obviously, you want to, it depends where they are purchasing that product, correct? So you want to make sure you are installing that pixel. Let's say they are completing the purchase on your e-commerce store. Obviously, your UpViral campaign is not attached to that e-commerce website. So you want to install both pixels, or your pixel, on both websites. And you want to make sure standard event.
We've got to be careful here. You say both websites. Do you mean, let's be specific.
Yeah, so
do you mean your web page and your UpViral campaign?
Yeah, I was giving an example of, like, you have your UpViral campaign URL as well as your, let's say, e-commerce website, correct? Where they are completing the purchase. You want to install the same pixel on both websites, and for your e-commerce store.
On your website and on your UpViral campaign.
That's correct.
You said
just let me finish. Yeah,
okay.
Both websites. Yeah, just let me finish. So on your e-commerce store, you want to make sure, like, for instance, once they purchase, like if they go to a thank you page, you want to make sure that thank you page triggers the purchase event. And you can use Facebook's tools in order to do that. I think there's a guided pixel helper. I'm not sure what the exact name is, but there's a guided pixel helper. So for instance, if someone adds to cart, it'll trigger an add to cart standard event. If someone purchases, it'll trigger a purchase event. So you want to make sure everything is firing within each step of your funnel and each step of your web page. Okay.
I've got another question here from Richard. He asks,
let's hear it.
Is the, oh, sorry, my bad. It is, where's it from? It's from a Mark. It's definitely not me, it's some other Mark. How do you effectively narrow your target audience to make sure your audience is relevant?
Okay, yeah, that basically goes back to figuring out who your perfect customer is, right? What do they like to do? What interests do they have? And basically, by knowing this information, you can, basically compile a list of interests, set an age range, and basically, you want to just find out who your perfect customer is, and that way you can just basically narrow down and find more interest on Facebook using Facebook's tools. If that makes sense. Does that make sense?
Yes. But does it make sense to everyone else? That's the question.
Yeah.
I just want to check, is everyone seeing the download link that that William pushed? Are they all seeing it? Because I'm not seeing it myself. Have you all got the download? And
I don't see it in the files, but
I see it in the files. It says it says sharing. I just wanted to make sure everyone, they're all getting it. Absolutely fantastic. So let's carry on with some questions. I'm tempted to ask William, do you have any good suggestions, but you're gonna have to write. If you've got a piece of paper, you can write them on.
You can.
I'll tell you what.
You can message us on Slack.
Can you stop your share of the screen, please, Danny, so we can see ourselves? It'd be a lot easier doing it this way. Let's see what else we've got here.
Let us know in the comments what else would you would like to hear from us regarding Facebook ads.
I have got
campaigns.
I have got probably about 30 other Copilot shows for you guys. I have most definitely got it. I can think of one, which, here we go. I am part of the audience. Oh, nice.
Okay.
Now, okay, cool. That's really helpful. Okay, just looking through here now. Trying to find some questions. Where's the PDF link? Anyway, okay, guys, start firing your questions. I've just gone through the backlog. So start firing your questions. Danny, if I'm starting, I've never done a Facebook ad before. I'm looking at this, and I've got a campaign ready to rock and roll inside UpViral. What should I be doing apart from filling in the avatar and all that kind of stuff? What's a realistic budget that I should be setting myself for this type of thing? Because it's all very well and good saying, yeah, okay, I'm going to do Facebook advertising. But what should we be looking at here if I'm starting my game off with Facebook advertising?
Yeah, that's a really good question. I think your budget is whatever you're willing to spend. And obviously,
okay.
Depends what your marketing budget is.
Let me give you an example. Let's not talk about budget. Let's just say I'm starting. Is it realistic to? You hear people say start with $5 a day. Is it really realistic to start with $5 a day, or am I setting myself up for just throwing $5 out the window?
Yeah, I think it is realistic to set up $5 a day, but obviously you want to feed your pixel information, and the only way to do that. What do
you mean by that? Because you mentioned this before, and it's actually quite interesting. I meant to come back to this. You talked about warming your pixel up. I'd never heard that phrase before. Is that what you're talking about here?
Yeah, exactly. So obviously, at $5 a day, your Facebook is not getting a lot of feedback from your ads, right? Compared to a campaign that's running at $100 a day, $500 a day. Those higher budgets obviously is giving Facebook a lot of feedback from your pixel in order to optimize that specific campaign. So at $5 a day, you're not really feeding Facebook enough information. You're not getting enough purchases. You're not getting enough leads in order for Facebook, or you could be getting enough. You're just it's just at a lower budget.
So yeah, I totally get it. So yeah, I mean, speed. There's an old saying, isn't there? Speed is a question of money. How fast do you want to go? And I suppose it's the same thing here. The more you put into your ad spend, the quicker you'll accelerate the warm up of your pixel. So it can then start saying, right, okay, we can start feeding you these people. Is it the same thing also with your seed audience? Are they sort of like go hand in glove?
Yeah, pretty much. Again, you want people to, the pixel to have these certain events, right? If you want, purchase events, you need more purchases. If you want more lead events, you want more leads. And the more events, more of these specific events that you want to happen, you can then start to build out your custom audiences as well as your lookalike audiences.
So the ad spend and the warm up of your pixel also depends on what the objective is. So, for example, if you're putting $5 a day and you're getting 20 to 30 purchases a day, that's great.
Yeah.
But if you're getting only 5 leads a day, that the leads side of it is going to suffer, where the sales is going to start feeding sales. So there's I see what you mean now. I see.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I've got one here from Peter. He says the engagement objective. Is engagement objective ads cheaper than purchase objective ads?
Yes. Again, engagement objective is you're probably going to get a lot of cheap clicks, but they're not quality clicks. Again, if you want to tell Facebook what to optimize for, if you want purchases, you got to tell Facebook you want purchases. If you want people, if you want leads, you got to tell Facebook that you want people to sign up for leads. And what post engagement is going to do, Facebook is just going to find people who are more likely to engage with the post, which is just like, comment, and share on the post. You might get some purchases, but that's just super rare.
And this is going to be a difficult one. I don't know whether you know this. William's mic has left the building, but there's a question here from John. It says, pixels and GDPR, discuss. Are there any GDPR issues with the use of pixels? William, is there? Give us a thumbs up if there is, or a thumbs down if there isn't.
I don't think there is. I'm not too sure.
I don't.
But I think if you have a website and you're promoting in the EU, you should have the GDPR warning or compliance, whatever it is.
Just to let you know, John, I'm not 100% sure on it, but I think from a pixel point of view in the tracking, it might come down to your cookie policy. You may have to tell them that you are actually, so in your policies, you'll have to tell them that you're using Facebook tracking and all that kind of stuff, and give them the option to opt out or jump away. But you would have that in your cookie policy. So there you go, John. Anything else? I've answered that question. I've got that one from Mark. Oh, hang on. Mark also comes back and says, is this a good summary? Facebook needs more data to calculate more accurate results. Would you say that that is spot on, Danny?
I would say that's spot on. Facebook needs the correct data to optimize for better results. Again, it goes back to installing your pixel correctly. If you install incorrectly, sometimes it could fire multiple leads. Sometimes it might not be firing these events that you want it to fire, or it could be firing double leads or whatever. So you want to make sure that you install your pixel correctly, so all the standard events are firing correctly.
And Daniel also asked, how many Facebook, a couple of questions here from Daniel. First one is, how many Facebook pixels an ad account can have? So how many pixels can he have in a Facebook ad account?
I think within the business manager, you can create a lot of Facebook pixels and you can add them to each to the ad accounts. I'm not sure how many Facebook pixels you can create for each ad account.
I think there's a bit of confusion here. I always feel that there's a bit of a confusion about Facebook pixels, about how many. Should you really just be having one Facebook pixel and concentrate everything on that? Or should you be having different pixels for different things? And when do you make that decision to say, right, I'm going to go from one Facebook pixel to 2 or 3? Should it be just one that you stick with? Because I'm referring back to what we were just talking about, of warming it up. If you've got too many, none of them are getting warmed up. Everyone just slightly warm.
Right. Yeah, that's a good question. I would just stick to one Facebook pixel per ad account. So obviously here we have 2 software products, UpViral and Connect.io. And obviously we're not using the same pixel for both software companies, right? That wouldn't make any sense. So obviously we have multiple ad accounts and multiple pixels installed in each ad account.
So there you go, guys. The advice is don't have too many Facebook pixels. Keep it to one, get it warmed up. And then when you're making $10,000 a day, come back to us and we'll give you advice then on whether you should have another Facebook pixel.
Yeah, just don't overcomplicate things.
Yeah, keep it simple. And as Danny said, don't overcomplicate it. And think of it this way. Think of it as like running a Formula One car. Do you want one really kick-ass Formula One car, or do you want 10 in a race that are mediocre? it's best to have one that is really tuned up and buzzing and creating all sorts of data that Facebook look at it and go, wow, this guy's really serious, than having a couple of clown cars going, just, do you see what I mean? So
yeah, you basically want the Lewis Hamilton of Facebook pixels.
Exactly. Well done. The Lewis Hamilton of Facebook pixels. Daniel asks another question. Are engagement people or video views, I don't know whether I'm reading this right, are engagement people or video views the same people of purchase people? That doesn't make sense. Does it make sense, Daniel?
Yeah, I don't think. Yeah, are those customers the same? Probably not, because video viewers probably hasn't made a purchase on your website unless you create retargeting campaigns based off people who have viewed your specific video.
Again,
that's hard to tell.
I've got another question here from Long. Again, this is talking about pixels. This again is can we and should we install one pixel to the lead funnel and sales funnel, both with different objectives?
No, Facebook will optimize. Facebook has different lead events, such as purchases, leads, website visitors, people who are added to cart, all within that same pixel. So you just want to optimize all within that same pixel.
Oh, sorry, I'm just laughing because someone's typing. Someone is called Mark is asking questions, but they've just said it's not me. For some reason, I'm logged in as you, and it's Clive. Sorry, I'm just hi Clive or Mark. Let's have a look. To avoid, hang on a minute. When people ask questions, it doesn't scroll nicely. It just jumps aggressively. So. To avoid confusion, we should have one pixel in our business account. That's what Jack is saying. Should we have different? Oh, I've answered that one. It sounds like we need a Facebook pixel show. Definitely, Clive. No problem. The GDPR answered that. Should we have different pixel/ad account? So here we go. People are also talking about multiple ad accounts. Now, this does not sound like good practice to me. Should you have multiple ad accounts?
I think it's best to have multiple ad accounts just because for sake of backups. Or if you have different businesses, like I mentioned, we have UpViral and Connect.io, so we have ad accounts for both. We also have. Well, let me. I also advise you to create backup ad accounts as well, because Facebook is finicky, especially if you're promoting contests and giveaways.
We don't go into. We won't mention because that sounds like something that Facebook doesn't want to do. We shouldn't talk about. So let's move on a little bit. I'll read out Jay's question. Should we have different pixels/ad accounts for different types of target market, like real estate versus pet products? Both are vastly different audiences, but I may be promoting both things. And can Facebook optimize for both in one pixel?
So if I understand correctly, you are selling one product, but people of different interests can purchase it?
There's one person and he's selling different products. Should that be, he says, should that be a different target, different target markets? I'm selling both to, the same product to people who are interested in, let's say, real estate, and also people to do with pet products. Even though they're different audiences, can Facebook optimize for both in one pixel? I think the answer is that comes down to your campaigns and your ad sets, doesn't it? If it's the same product but to different target markets.
I see the question here. So should we have different pixels ad accounts for that target? I guess it depends. Like if they're two different businesses, right? If you're selling something to real estate or something else to pet owners, I would create two different ad accounts. But if you're selling the same product or like in the same niche of products, then I would just have one ad account and promote to both.
Okay.
And just test the interest targeting on both.
Cool. Well, okay, guys, we could sit here for hours, I'm pretty sure, because this, this one show, I think we are definitely looking at doing more co-pilot shows on Facebook advertising, pixels, you name it. There's probably about 20 or 30 shows that we could put together on this. So let's bring this to a close. I appreciate you all spending your time. You've all got your link. I just want to tell you next week's show, by the way, we've got something very special coming for next week. Ben, our product manager, will be live on the show showing some new releases that are coming your way. So you'll need to be on that show. I just want to thank Danny and his audience, William, for being on the show, this evening. And guys, big well done, Danny, well done. This is Danny's first presentation, his first co-pilot show for us, and undoubtedly it will not be his last. In a couple of weeks' time, I will definitely be bringing him back. I would love you to let us know inside the Facebook group what you think about this, and also let us know inside the Facebook group in the comments what you would like to know next about Facebook advertising. Give us some subjects, and Danny and William will get together. And next time, William will do all the talking. I am about to lose my voice. Okay. So thanks very much, everyone. You take care, and don't forget, wherever you are in the world, have a great morning, great afternoon, or great evening. And we'll see you next week, next Tuesday, same time, same place. Take care. Danny, say goodbye. William, say goodbye.
Bye, guys. Thank you so much.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye. See you guys. Bring Bangy.
See you guys on the next one.
Look at that. You go. Frank says, bring Danny back. Come back soon. Thanks. Everyone's saying, bring Danny back. Bring Danny back. Oh, what have we started? What have we started? Okay. See you next week, guys. Take care.
Awesome.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, guys.
Danny.
Take care.
Thanks, William. See you now. Bye-bye.
Bye.